make up my mind.
On Sunday last, in Trial, Hanover, we witnessed the exchanging of wedding vows between the two well-known Jamaican personalities. This morning, in their first television interview since the wedding, we say very good morning to Jah Cure and Kamila MacDonald. Ladies and gentlemen, viewers, we present to you Mr. and Mrs. Alcock. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so very much for joining us. Bossy. Congratulations, but you were here about 2 or so weeks ago.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Right, man.
And here you are again.
Yeah.
Congratulations, let us say. Congratulations.
Peace,
you're a few days into the marriage, you know. How is married life?
Wonderful.
Then blushing.
All it was painted out to me.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Could not have asked to rate any better or any more. I can just imagine. The ceremony was quite an elaborate one. It's one that we're not quite used to seeing, actually. What really was the thinking behind it? Talk to me.
Well, there was no thinking, you know. I was baptized in Ethiopian Orthodox when I was 16. And, you know, that's where my heart and my soul is. And, you know, he was baptized and, you know, we decided to do it in Ethiopian Orthodox tradition. I couldn't imagine, you know, any other person or any other way, you know, making it happen.
As Rastas, I mean, she's from a 100% Rastafarian family. And I also come born from my mother, my father, as my grandfather, auntie, so it's like, you know what I mean? So we just do it our way, Rastafarian way. And if you're a member of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, because you have to be a member, you have to baptize in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church for that can happen. It's not something you just can't support.
Anybody can just get up and decide that they want
because our
to do it.
crown and robes was definitely sent from Ethiopia. And you see, Ethiopian Orthodox is their first original. That's where Christianity springs from. Even any Christian cannot dispute that. So we go way back, authentic. Seeing His Majesty Royal King Selassie style. So
yes,
the world know that.
It came to some people as a bit of a surprise, really, when it was announced that you two were actually going to exchange nuptial vows. When did this all started? When did the courtship begin? When it all started? Take us back to it.
A long time ago, you know, we just kept it under wraps. I mean, some people, I think, figured it out. But, you know...
So who met who, where, who, what, when, what?
Well, we met at, I don't know the name of the plaza, but I remember on that plaza, that's where Shima used to be. And, you know, we'd go to that store there, pick up a few things on the plaza, and I saw her coming from, you know, a restaurant, a Chinese restaurant there, and it all begins there, you know.
That's where it started for you as well, too?
That's where it started. That's where we met for the first time. I had just moved back to Jamaica, and he shouted me out from the car, and we exchanged numbers, and we started talking as friends, and we became very close. And
for years,
after the year, you know, over the years, we remained in contact, even though I was away studying, and it just developed into what it is today.
French always the most come in and out, but we keep the faith, and about 3 years, my friend of mine say, you know, I respect your faith though. And I make them know so that's the same faith when we use and move all mountains out of my life. Because I mean, you don't know you have negatives out, enough people where no matter what you do, garnet silk, say if you do wrong, they complain, and if you call the father's name is the same.
Yeah.
How could them say all the matrimony like this and try to fight it?
And it's funny,
they're trying to cross it.
It's all right, you borrowing that line. I'm going to borrow a line from one of your songs too. You know, many did not see it coming.
Yes.
Are there anyone among you, if you will, who would have expressed some kind of, I don't want to say disappointment, but those who would say that, well, I really don't see you two together?
Well, you see in life, enough time, even the greatest scientists never see some things coming, you know, and I'd see certain things I got pulled together and keep the earth in a one, but natural is a mistake, and you know, when Jah in your life, I mean, anything I ask Jah for him give me, and I'm gonna take advantage of these things. So I don't want, you know, being grateful to the Almighty, and when me ask him for anything more, him to give up.
Yeah.
So,
you don't get it.
Yeah.
So you don't pay any attention to those who might be wanting to think negatively or anything like that. That is something
I mean,
that...
it's not that we don't pay attention, but to be honest, those who think negative probably just don't know us. And anyone who, you know, did initially think negative, once they got to know us and they saw the realness, you know.
Yeah, man, I definitely think negative, because for some people in their mind, you should be down and you should be under their feet at all times, so them can step on you and humiliate you and just, you know what I mean, ridicule you the most way. But I was born as a king though, and I can profess to that, and this girl was born as a queen, because her mother lives in Ethiopia right now, and her father and most of her family, right? And you don't know, in my family crowned me as a young king before me even named Jah Cure, because in my community, Hanover, where I was born, my grandfather is a Rasta man who live up in the hills, where him not mingle, him not come a shop. When him step down, everybody highly respect him, and because he's my grandfather, it's like him hand down that greatness to me. Whenever I go to country, everybody I say, you know, go check gyms, you know, go, you know, and that makes me special, and knowing that my mother was just a lady were different, and everybody know that she only have one child from my father, although my father have other kids, although my mother have other kids. I'm the only one that no brothers and sisters have the same. See,
so
all of my other brothers and sisters, them have the same mother and father, like two different. On my mother's side, I'm just one in the middle, and I love them all. So,
this special.
Blessings to my brother, my mother, give thanks for delivering such a, you know, wonderful birth to him, and so good morning. You know, you're watching, and
tell us just a little bit more about the wedding still, because I was in awe really when I was the little that I saw, and you know, based on what was expressed to me by Regina, it was. Tell me a little bit more about it.
Well, we really didn't want to just have this, you know, cookie cutter wedding that we just place our names in a program that could be any program, and just go through the motions, and at the end I do kiss the bride and the end. You know, we really wanted it to be special, we really wanted it to be unique. Everything about it was, you know, handpicked, and really, you know, we put a lot of thought into it, both the ceremony and the reception, so that it really would reflect and represent who both of us are, you know, and you can see that in the way that the food was presented, in the entire reception, you know, the things, you know, on the program, the things that were done. So to me, that really was what.
And look at the ring.
Even the ring is unique, you know, and that's why I love it so much, you know, because it's mine. Nobody else has it in the world. And,
it's yes. Could we have a shot of this ring? Let me have a shot of the ring. Look at this ring.
Yes.
Turn the other side. Let them see. Yeah.
On the other side.
This is, that's beautiful. I'm not going to ask you how much it cost, but we understand too that there was a documentary.
Yeah, man, we put together some things, and also a video for the song that I sing for the wedding. I definitely sit down and write that song, I'm a virgin, and I produced it. It's the first song I ever produced in my life, so you know. We also have a video coming out on a documentary, right? A part of the wedding, cutaways in the wedding, and other performance shoots, and you know, it goes on, you know. So we have enough things in the making.
What do you think of it, Kamila?
The documentary?
Yeah.
The documentary, it's funny because it happened naturally. There was one morning that it was, I remember it very clearly, it was raining, and Ash and Sai, who produced the You'll Never Find video, or directed it. We always said, you know, we need to go and check Ash and Sai. We need to officially tell them, you know, the news. And we went up there and we were just, you know, reminiscing on, you know, everything from 2 years back. And then Asha just ran for his camera because we just started talking, and he just started shooting us. And then I think it was even their idea. They're just like, you know, how cool would it be for us to do, you know, because this is such an interesting story, for us to kind of document this. And then they just started following us, you know, on all our journeys. We went to the country and the beach and the river, and it's something that just happened naturally, which is, I think, what's so beautiful about it.
Yeah, this looks so wonderful. Yeah, this looks so beautiful. I want to go back a bit to the wedding, because were you nervous? I know traditionally that the bride is normally late. She wants to turn up like 1 hour or so, you know, after the scheduled start. But you had those butterflies where you're like, oh Christ, you know, I am actually getting married today.
I don't know me as a man. When you ask me something on an interview, I'm natural about it. And when I fake this, I'm not going and tell you that. I was just like waiting for like a show, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to get this moment, just get it done. Because it's only one time I get married in my life, and I just want to see how everything alright. So it's alright. So I'm going to see her father bring her forward, you know? You know, and I said, Jano, and him greet me, I said, thanks for giving me that time, the father. And, you know what I mean? Much love and blessing. And we just get it on. I was so just anticipating. Yeah.
What about you?
Me? I think the preparations coming up to that moment, I was so, you know, caught up in all of those moments. And the first time as I realized that it was happening, like this is real, was when my daddy picked me up in this little golf cart that I designed. It was, you know, decorated in red, green, and gold, and I literally just broke down crying. Because I think all the anticipation, all the, you know, gearing up to that moment, and that's when I was like, okay, this is happening. And, you know, he took me down the golf cart, and he's like, you sure? I said, yes, Daddy, and he walked me down the aisle, and, you know, it was the most special moment, you know, probably in my entire life.
All right, I want to talk to you about where do you go from here in terms of the careers. Do you in any way seeing you transgressing or crossing over into each other's space? You, of course, an entertainer, you a television personality. How do you see it from here on?
Well, you see, when you love someone, sacrifice is made and adjust yourself to time and space and all of that. So, you know.
Speaking like a true married man.
Good job, baby.
Yeah, good.
Thank you so much, darling. So,
you will have to do a little thing for us before we conclude, you know. So,
so, you know, we'll make it work out, you know what I mean? Because we love each other. You know? And it's a true love, you know, unconditional love.
I can just imagine. So, any little Jah Cures soon or anything like that?
Yeah, man, just be on the lookout. Keep your ears open at the eye.
You're not wasting time. We want to thank you so very much for sharing this moment with us, taking your time out of your busy honeymoon. And
it's always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you,
sunrise, you know?
Thank you so very much, sir.
Thank you for the rise with us this morning.
Thank you so very much.
All the Mac family up on the hill that's watching, Kes Namdi and the same Errol Mac the boss, and you know what I mean, Kimani, Kelisa, enough love to them. So Malika, you don't know Annie, Utara, Annie and Marika, my mother, and Joey and all of the family them where I watch. Enough love said we are bridging them. All in the youth them that captive where I watch same way. Cause I big them up every time.
Said speed.
Cause from freedom to this, you know, enough people don't like it, but we are sure them say, just believe in the youths. Cause when I dead, I call it duppy, you know what I mean? So, you don't know. It's just to show them the transition point where a man are making them life. And I genuinely want to do this, but I fake this. This is real love. And at 3 years, I pursue this sister. You know, I man, really the one time in my life. I'm going to ask just a John, anyway, I have the sister now. I get married to her. I'm not going to be ungrateful to you, Judge. So, this is where we're at right now. And even enemies should respect this. You have people out there who make negative comments, but just check yourself. How could you fight something like this? Beautiful. Because this is nothing negative. This is one of the most beautiful things in earth. Love between a union with a man and a woman. And for all of the female fans them out there, where, you know what I mean, feel hurt. Just know some, I love one for all. Saying so, I have for sure respect to one woman, and that's supposed to go to all women, and know, so that's how you should be treated. You see, you know, just stand up for that same way. I make a man love you unconditionally, yes. Hold it. See? So, big respect to everyone. Haters, lovers, I love you back. Just the same. Seeing, because right now I'm in a loving mood and it's just unconditional love to everyone out there.
I certainly could not ask you another question, sir. That's the perfect way to end this interview.
Yeah,
Thank you
man,
so very
see?
much. I wish you a life full of love, a
Yes,
blissful
man.
life, a life full of enough Jah Cures.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations
Well,
again.
well,
All right, well done.
Just expect a little cure, you know?
Yeah.
A little Rasta son, you know?
Well, you heard it right here. First, the cure will be running up and down soon.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so very much, Jah Cure, Alcock, and Kamila McDonald.
Pleasure to be here.
Mr. and Mrs.
Thank you
Alcock.
very much.
Thank you so very much.
Yes.
You helped me to make up my mind.